So we've got a price here of 97,288 Canadian for a 2025 Silverado 1500 ZR2 in black. Guys, I got a really nice truck for you here. 2025 Chevy Silverado ZR2 here in black. Let's start right here at the front. I love the LED daytime running lights with the LED lights. In the middle here, we've got the Chevy bow tie here, which is a flow tie, which that means it's hollow. As we can see, you got some red coloring inside. The grille at the top here, these two pieces here are in a kind of like a slate gray, and then that honeycomb part is black. We've got two lights there on the corners of the top of the grille. We can see the ZR2 badge is there on the driver's side. As we carry down below, we've got your parking sensors and then two red recovery hooks. Below your bow tie, actually, you do have a 360 camera. Now, something that is really nice with the ZR2 trim is not having, that plastic air dam on the bottom of your bumper, but you also have a ton of ground clearance. I would say you have about a foot of ground clearance here. You have this nice brushed aluminum trim piece there too, but you also have a transfer case cover that is metal underneath just in case you are going to hit it. And then as we could see here on both sides of the bumper, you could see that the bumpers taper inside so that your tire has a little bit more room to grab whatever it is that you are off-roading in. But overall, I do have to say, this truck here is beautiful at the front. I like the fact too on the hood, they've kind of extended it a little bit higher, just to kind of add a little bit more of a hood weave to make it a little bit more aggressive, I have to say. And then also on the sides, you see you got the 6.2 liter badge there, which we'll get to in a moment. But overall, like I said, I think the front end is beautiful on this truck. That's it at the front here, guys. Let's take a look underneath the hood here and go over the 6.2. So underneath the hood here, we've got the naturally aspirated 6.2 liter producing 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque with the 10-speed automatic transmission. I love the sound of this 6.2, especially when you put it in sport mode. It opens up the exhaust and it sounds a lot more throatier. And overall, I'm happy that GM is still keeping these engines. I highly recommend this, especially if you like the power and like the sound of a nice roaring V8 in a truck. But that's it at the front here, guys. Let's take a look around the Chevy and go over its options. So let's take a look around the Silverado ZR2. Let's start with the tire and wheel setup. We are sitting on 275/80 R18s. So we've got an 18-inch rim. We've got a really nice brushed aluminum front face and then a matte black paint job right in the middle of the wheel. You do also get a really nice thick sidewall, which is nice, especially if you're off-roading. You've got a carpet aligner inside, a nice fender lip piece guard there too to help a lot with rock chips and that type of thing. You get about a couple inch factory lift too, and then this meaty tire will help as well. Now I just quickly also wanted to add, you do also get the Multimatic shocks here at the front with a front locking diff, and I just wanted to show you guys that with the tire turns so you have an idea what it looks like. On the side of the fender here, we've got the ZR2 badge. You can flaunt to people, showcasing that you obviously spent some money on the ZR2 trim. You've got a black mirror cap here with a light and then a camera underneath. We'll give you guys a side profile view. I really like the black. I think the black looks awesome on this truck. If you want to showcase a little bit more of the lines of it, I would say get more of a light color, obviously like a white, gray, or silver. Now the front two doors are keyless entry, but not the backs. You get a really nice off-road running board there. As we carry to the back of the truck, this is a 5.5 foot bed. And then we have that same tire and wheel setup here, which looks fantastic. You also get the Multimatic DSSV dampers in the rear. You also have that fender lip guard there, especially for the back, because it's susceptible to a lot of rocks and debris. But overall, I do have to say that the side of the truck looks really good. But that is it for the side. Let's take a look at the back. So in the back here of the Silverado ZR2, we'll start in the middle. We've got the Chevrolet name stamps right in the middle. We've got Silverado on the left and ZR2 on the right. We've got parking sensors down on your bumper there, and then we've got your side steps. You've got LED tail lights there, as we can see. Now in the middle, we've got a couple things. We've got the button to release the tailgate. We've got your rear camera, and then we've also got a trailer light, which helps a lot if you're hooking up a trailer at night. You're able to see with a light there. Now push this button, the tailgate comes down very slow. It is also made out of aluminum, so it is very easy to get it up and down. Now we have 3 tie-down hooks in each corner, and then we also have a cargo light there, one there, and then also one at the top. Now you do also get 2 cameras at the top. You get a rear camera, mirror camera. So there's the camera right there and the mirrors you could see, and then you also have a bed camera. This has the spray and bed liner from factory. As we can see, the Chevy bow tie is right there dead center. Now you also have a 120 plug right there on the passenger side. Overall though, I do have to say there is a ton of room here, and if you're using your bed for things, this will work for you. So that is it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at the rear seats. Just want to thank Applewood GM here in Mississauga, Ontario. Go see my boy Zach, he'll hook you up with a great deal. Alrighty, so into the back here of the Silverado ZR2. We'll start here with the door panel. We've got a really nice black soft material at the top with that gray stone color right here where you put your arm. Some nice trim door handle, window switch there. Then we've got the speaker. Nothing here on the door sill. And as we carry up, we've got that same type of pattern and material with some yellow stitching. You got also a cubby inside, which is pretty much standard on all GM trucks. You do also get a little bit of more storage underneath here. This one does have the rubber floor mats, as we can see. And then in the center here, we've got 2 heated seats, USB-C, USB, 2 vents, and then 2 spots for cups at the top. And this one does have a sunroof, but also has an indent here at the back for taller passengers. Now you can't get a full panoramic moonroof, unfortunately, yet with GM. Hopefully in their new trucks for maybe 26 or 27, they'll add it on. But that's it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at the front. Alrighty, so hopping into the front here of the Silverado ZR2, we'll start with the door panel. We've got all nice soft touch material. We've got black on the top and that gray stone here at the bottom for your arm, that yellow stitching. We've got your window and mirror controls, lock and unlock with memory seating. We've got a really nice big Bose speaker. Down below on this door sill, we can see we've got the ZR2 badge. And as we carry over to the seat, it is a really nice soft plush seat with that gray stone and black with some yellow stitching. Now over here we have your seat controls. And that is it, guys. Before we hop in, let's take a look inside and go over its options. All right, guys, so we are inside the Silverado ZR2 here. So let's start with the steering wheel. We've got a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel with your cruise control on the left, and we've got a heated steering wheel there as well. Over here is your Bluetooth controls, as well as your controls to control your front infotainment, as we can see. So we can just kind of go through and basically change whatever we'd like. We've got paddles there on the back, and then below those paddles we have volume and tune controls. On the left side of the steering wheel, we've got the toggle for your wipers, and then we've got this really nice, beautiful display screen there, which is customizable. I just have it in this mode here because I have it in accessory power, but overall I like that look and design. Over on the side of the steering wheel on the left, we've got your parking brake, and then we've got your 4x4 controls. This will control your exhaust mode too, which is nice, so you can put in sport or, you know, off-road or normal. This here are your light control buttons here with your tailgate lights. This also has a full heads-up display control here, so we can see that will control your front heads-up display. We've got a really nice soft touch material at the top with some yellow stitching. And then on the right here, we've got an upper glove box area, which you can click this button here to open. And it's got that nice black padding that's also on the door panel. Below, you have your lower glove box, as we can see. As we carry to the middle here, we've got the screen here that is very intuitive, and I love the overall design and layout of it. It works really well, I do have to say. You know, you can control basically whatever you want on the screen. So let's go to cameras for a second to show you guys what the camera views are. So we've got the 360 camera in the front. You can change it to the back. I want to show you guys also the bed camera. So this is useful. You can also use this when you're driving for about 7 to 8 seconds, I believe, you know, to see, you know, what's going on in the back of your bed. But overall, I do have to say that this screen works really well. You do have some controls here. You got your volume knob here with a home button. So we've got lane keeping assist, parking sensors, auto stop start. You can actually push your tailgate down just with a button here. Hazards, traction control, hill descent control. Now the nice thing is here, you can actually lock the rear diff, and you can also lock the front diff. So when you are off-roading, that will come in handy, and it is just a click of a button here instead of going outside and locking your hubs like you manually had to do it before. Push button start is here on the left. We've got your trailer brake controller. Now this does have dual zone climate, and I love the fact that the climate control buttons are not in the screen. They are buttons here, physical, and I like the fact that they're here. You know, sometimes when the screen goes out or it stops working, every car has that issue, I would say, at some point. You can't control your climate control, so having physical buttons, I think most people are going to be happy with. It does have heated and ventilated seats. Over on the right side, we got USB and USB-C. Here's a cubby to put some stuff. You got one here, you got a little slot there, and then you got something up here. You got your cup holders here, and then over on the left, we've got your center console shifter. One other little small cubby you have is actually up here, which I don't think I showed you guys, but you know, you can put pens or whatever you want, and it, you know, it's not gonna really go anywhere unless you flip the truck, I guess. Over on the center console, as we can see, it's got that two-tone with that yellow stitching. And as we lift it up, we've got your plug here, so the 120, another USB and USB-C for plugs. It's a pretty deep pocket, and you can take this out, and then you also have your wireless charging pad there to add. At the top here, we've got your rear camera mirror, so you can flip it on or off. You got your OnStar controls as well as your sunroof controls. Now, that is it for the inside here. I've got the window sticker right behind me. Let's go talk about price. Okay guys, so we've got a price here of 97,288 Canadian for a 2025 Silverado 1500 ZR2 in black. So that is it guys for this truck here. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Personally, I do have to say, for an off-road truck in this segment, I think it is really nice. And if you want to show off and spend 100 grand, you know, this is going to be a really good contender. So that concludes this review guys, and we will see you in the next one. Cheers.